What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Shawn, GILL CPA with Neutron Tax. In today's video, we're going to talk about something that sounds extremely obvious, but people don't do, which is why business owners need to have an accurate and up-to-date set of books, records, and tax returns. So we're going to start with a story here, a real life story from a client of mine. This client, terrible bookkeeping. They have QuickBooks, but they only use QuickBooks to invoice. They don't keep track of anything. They have a very large operation. I'm not going to go into the industry they're in, but it's a very common industry. I just don't want to give too many details. They were doing $7 to $8 million in revenue a year for their business. But come tax time, with their other CPA who does their taxes originally, had to, figure out all the expenses, debt payments, all sorts of stuff. It dawned on the owner that he actually only took home like 70 grand from the whole thing. He's got probably 20, 30 people working for him, 4 or 5 different companies rolled into one like conglomerate, tons of clients, they're doing big business. Guy doesn't even know that he's actually probably better off just having a job or doing really anything else than running this super intensive, headache-inducing business where he thinks he's making crazy money, right? 8 million in revenue, you would think even on a 10% margin, a 5% margin, he should personally be taking home 400 to 800 grand. Nope, like 70 grand. He could be working for a company like his company and be making more money, right? Second example I have here is a different client that we took on who is refinancing a building. It's at a real estate investment company, very small, like 1 or 2 people manage kind of thing, mom and pop. They are trying to refinance their building. They don't have an up-to-date balance sheet or profit and loss statement, and their last year's tax returns haven't been filed yet because they always file extensions. And the bank, of course, as you guys, if you've ever dealt with a bank, wants tons of documentation, years worth of balance sheets, of course, all reconciled, everything, tax returns, profit and loss statements, everything, right? So we prepare this stuff for the client, and moral of the story here is that if you don't have these things in place in the beginning, you're never gonna not need them, okay? A time is gonna come where you need these things, and then you're gonna have to pay someone like us to put it together for you. It is much harder and much more expensive to do these things after the fact than it is to just keep up with it, right? In the case of the real estate investment company, the owner could have done this himself 1 or 2 hours a week or a month on his own, pay QuickBooks, $25, $30 a month for the software, keep track of everything. By the time we were done cleaning this stuff up for him for years of work that he didn't do, the cost would have been, I want to say it was around 2 to 3K is what the fees would have come out to versus $30 a month and like 2-3 hours a month, right, of effort. For the other company, the first guy with $8 million revenue, I'm not going to say what the fee is, but it is significantly more than if he just had his office admin taking care of everything. These people didn't know how many employees that they even had active at the time, the different amounts that they're paying on interest rates for loans, for equipment, for buildings, for trucks. They don't know the profitability of jobs that they're doing, right, between materials, underestimating expenses, underquoting jobs, right? They're actually losing money on a lot of their jobs without even knowing it because they don't have accurate books, and they don't even know what they can afford to do as far as getting new equipment, hiring more people, because they're just going off the numbers in their bank account. Oh, it goes up a little bit every month. This month it went down. Next month it kind of went up. So I think we're doing okay. Not a good system. You're going to need these things at some point, if you actually plan to grow your business at least, or if you ever plan to sell your business, people need to see these things, right? Doing them after the fact is always harder, it's more expensive, and it's always worse, and it makes your tax time a lot more stressful. The opposite is true if you are on top of these things. You know where your business is at every month. Tax time is a breeze because pretty much all the heavy lifting is already done. You just got to add a couple little details, send them over to us or your other CPA, whoever you're working with, to do your taxes. Dealing with the bank is significantly less stressful because you have all your records and documents organized. They're ready. You just have to, sometimes you have to request 1 or 2 things from your CPA, but for the most part, you're ready to go. Smooth sailing. And that frees up a lot of confusion and mind share in your brain that you can then spend on either in just enjoying your life or growing your business or doing literally anything else besides freaking out about your business's financials. So that's my not so obvious but obvious lesson to anyone with a business is stay on top of your records, your bookkeeping, and your tax returns. It is not as hard as it sounds, and it's always worth paying an expert to take care of it for the amount of stress and mind share that you save that you can then use to make way more money. Now, if you need help with your bookkeeping, your taxes, and getting caught up on things like this, there's a link in the description to book a call with me directly, Shawn GILL, at my firm here, Neutron Tax, and we can go over the details of this with you. We can give you a quote for our services for free. It's a free consultation, and we can see if we're a good fit to work together and possibly help you out. If not, at least work with whoever you got going now to get this figured out, because it will make your life 10 times better. If you like this video, leave a comment, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. All that stuff helps us grow the channel, and I will catch you in the next video. See you later. So that was the end of this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment. It helps me grow the channel. If you need help with your taxes, you can book a call with me directly at the link below in the description, and you can also sign up for our email list. We only send out an email about once a month, and that's everything I need to tell you. So I will see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace. Have a good day. Appreciate the views.